So guys, coming at you with another Ask the Coach video here. This one is going out to Ian's question, which he asked us ages ago and we seem to have missed. Sorry about that, Ian. It may seem a strange question on nutrition, but should you eat only when hungry or regularly throughout the day, even if you don't feel hungry? Also, any thoughts on periodic fasting? Ever tried it? Results? Well, Ian, to address your first question, I don't really see much of a point in eating when you don't feel hungry, as long as there's not any other problems going on. You know, if you're not trying to gain weight, if you're recovering just fine from training, if you're not generally feeling stiff and sore and lethargic all the bloody time, as long as you're eating well, you're eating meat, you're eating vegetables, you're eating fish, you're eating fruits, nuts, all that good paleo stuff, you're staying away from refined grains and sugars and all that sort of nonsense, you know, you can really just let your appetite be your guide as to how much food you need, or you need to eat, I should say. No real reason to force yourself to eat regularly. Like, you know, if you want to have 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day or something like that, again, provided your energy levels are good and your recovery from training is good, who cares? Wouldn't worry about it. Second question on there about fasting. Periodic fasting, ever tried it? Personally, yeah, I have. Nearly killed me. My workouts sucked. I didn't give myself very long to adapt to it because it didn't really fit very well with what I like to do anyway. But in general, fasting is something it's kind of like that. It's very hit and miss. There are a lot of people who swear by it, and there are a lot of people who just absolutely, it does not work for at all. One of the things that seems to jump out about it, kind of a pattern, is if you're any kind of a stress junkie, if if you've got a big workload or you're very stressed out, you're very worried, fasting does not help at all. It's an additional stress in the body, so be aware of that if you want to try it. Some people do get some pretty, darn good results from that stuff, and they really like it too because it can fit into their day a little bit better. Like some people, for example, find it really just no matter what the hell you do, they cannot get time to get up in the morning and make a good breakfast. So if they've got a dietary strategy based around not eating until 2 o'clock in the afternoon anyway, that can kind of work out pretty well for them. But yeah, there is some personal preference in there. Intermittent fasting, or any kind of fasting for that matter, where what you do eat is junk food, is a really, really bad idea. Don't do that. It's the sort of thing you should only experiment with if your nutrition is good to begin with. If you have good habits surrounding eating enough protein at every meal, eating enough vegetables throughout the day, staying well hydrated, all that, just the ABC stuff that most people never focus on anyway. For a lot of people, fasting is just a distraction in that way. It's just another thing to go chase because they haven't really committed to doing the basics right first anyway. But yeah, as long as you are doing the basics right, yeah, try some fasting, see how you do. Right on, bye bye.